Talking BTU metals today. BTU metals trades is BTU in the Toronto Venture Exchange, BTU MF, and the OTC Pinks in the States. We have an exploration update from the Dixie Halo project up there in Red Lake, next to Great Bear Resources. It'll run through the details of the update. VPX, Bruce Durham. Bruce, certainly appreciate you taking the time here. Been a while. Good time for an update. You guys put a release out. Why don't you run through the highlights of that for investors?
Thanks, Rob. So we thought it was time to just give investors a bit of an update as to what we've been doing over the last couple of months. So we've been, on our Red Lake property, which is really adjacent to the Great Bear project, where they're doing a massive drill program and are probably well on their way to outlining a very significant gold resource. We have all of the ground basically to the southeast and also wrapping around the east end of their property. So we share about 35 kilometers of property boundary with them. One of the targets that we had in this area, and we've known about it for some time, is there's a magnetic low or a magnetic low destruction zone that comes down off the Great Bear property and down into our ground. And it actually follows a topographic lineament for several kilometers. And so we wanted to get in there, but it was a bit of a logistical issue getting in there. So we did get in there this winter and we managed to get a few holes into it. And we've got a number of drill holes that intersected good alteration with some pyrite or signopyrite mineralization, quartz carbonate veining. And so it looks really interesting. And we've got a bunch of those samples in the lab now. We're finishing up all of that sampling and we'll have all of the remaining samples into the lab over the next week or 10 days. And then we'll be anxiously waiting for the assay results to come back. We also this winter, we have a base metal area on the property further to the east again, at an area called the TNT area. And working with our geophysicist and our geologist, we came up with a new target or several new targets. We acquired some additional property further to the east over the course of the winter. And we managed to get out on the ice and get some good geophysical data just before the ice came off. And we've not only outlined a couple of targets on ground, one of which we drilled with hole 66 that was mentioned in our press release, but we've also got a very strong looking target out under the water of Packwash Lake. So we're going to be doing some work around the islands, trying to figure out, get as much information as we can before we go in and drill test that one. But that's got real potential as well.
We'll certainly keep our eye on that. The drills turn is always a good thing. Investors like action. Certainly assay is pending, a good thing here. So lay out the summer here and into the fall as far as the workload goes here, Bruce.
Well, this is a property that we've got large areas down to the south and southwest that we haven't even set foot on at this point. So we're continuing on with a summer field program, actually doing boot and hammer prospecting and geochemistry and geophysics and getting an understanding of some of the other parts of the property so that we'll have additional drill targets in, call it another month or 6 weeks or something. We've got a lineup of targets that we've got ready to drill test. So we'll be restarting drilling here soon as well.
Okay, we'll appreciate that update, and we'll certainly keep our eye on the wire. It's Bruce Durham. He's the VPX, BTU Metals, BTU Toronto Venture Exchange, BTU MF, OTC Pinks in the States. Again, Bruce, appreciate you taking the time, and we'll look forward to checking back in when BTU hits the wire again.
Anytime. Thanks very much for the time.